What is going on, guys? I am back with part 2 on how to build a mansion, and in this video I plan on bringing up the exterior walls for the first floor of the building. So you're going to need some end stone bricks, gray concrete, white stained glass panes, quartz stairs, dark oak fence, dark oak planks, tripwire hook, pillar quartz block, and quartz slab. So first off, we still have to continue doing the rest of the shape for the building. So I have some end stone bricks, and I'm just going to start at the left. And I'm going to go to the corner right here all the way off to the side. So this is basically where we left off in the last video. And I'm going to place 13 more blocks behind this, so it's 14 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now it's 14 in total from that corner to that corner, and it should also line up with that corner at the other side. Now I'm gonna go all the way off to the right and do the same thing. So starting at the corner right here, I'm just going to place another 13 behind this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from that corner to that corner is 14 in total. So I'm still at the right side where we left off, and I have my end stone bricks, and I'm going to place 2 more behind this corner. So 1, 2, so it's 3 in total. Now I'm just going to do the same thing that we did at that side right there. So those gaps are going to be garage doors. And I said in part 1, I'm going to have garage doors back here as well. So the cars don't have to like back out of the garage. They could go in through that door and out through the doors that we're going to have on this side. So I'm just going to place 3 more end stone bricks right here. Then I'm just going to use any block, and I'm going to place 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are just markers. We're going to be deleting these. So it's just going to be an empty space like we did up there. Now I'm going to place another 3 end stone bricks. Then skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place another 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place 4. Now you could delete the block that you had here, so they're just empty spaces. And it should be lined up with the garage openings that you have at the other side. Okay, so I'm then going to go to the left side over here and do the same thing. So starting at this corner, I'm going to place 2 more, so it's 3 in total. And then I'm going to bring this out 3 from that corner, just like that side. And now I'm going to skip over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place 3 end stone bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4. You could delete these blocks, so once again, they are just empty spaces for right now. And I'll go up to the front so you could see exactly what we did. So now we have like those big sides that are going to be jutting out on the left and right side. So those are basically going to be where the garages are, but I'm also going to have attic space above them, and that's where the bedrooms are going to be. So for right now, this is what you should have. So I'm going to go back to the left side now. And we're also going to be doing this to the right. So everything we do to one side is going to be done to the other side. So I'm going to go back here at the strip of 4 that we left off at. And I'm going to place another 2 blocks of end stone bricks coming out. So this, for example, we're at the left side. We're bringing it out towards the left. And then I'm going to bring this corner back 13 more blocks. So this entire side is going to be 14 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now from that corner to that corner is 14 in total, just like the front side. Now I'm gonna go all the way off to the right and just do the same thing. So we have 2 blocks jutting out from that corner, and then starting right here, we're gonna place another 13, so it's 14 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from that corner to that corner is 14 in total. So let me go back up to the front. I'll probably just go back up to the front every time. So whenever I go back to each spot, you know exactly where I'm at. Because I know that might be confusing if I'm just starting off at some random spot and placing blocks. I know some of you guys have mentioned that. So I'm just probably going to go back to the front each time. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the left side all the way at the back. And I'm going to start at this corner again. And I'm going to place 6 more blocks going in towards that direction. So I'm looking at it from the back and I'm going to go to the left. And I'm just going to place 6 more, so this entire side is going to be 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now from that corner to that corner is 7 in total. Now I'm going to skip over 9 blocks, so you can just place another block just to mark it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I'm going to switch back to my end stone bricks and place 7 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this corner right here should be matched up with that corner at the front. You could then delete whatever block you had here, so it's just an empty space. And now we're going to want to do the same thing at this side. So starting off at this back corner, we're going to place another 6, so it's 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to skip over 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I'm going to switch back to my end stone bricks and place 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now this corner should be matched up with that corner at the front as well. Delete any block you had here, so it's still an empty space. And I'll go back up to the front and show you what we got. So we just put some strips at the back corners basically. And now we just have like the big middle section right there towards the back. And then we have the entire shape of the building. Okay, next I'm just gonna head to the back left hand corner again where we left off, and I'm gonna place 3 more end stone bricks from this corner. So I'm just gonna bring it in 1, 2, 3. So if I'm looking at it from the back, it's like matching that side basically. It's like going in towards the front. Now I'm gonna place another 13 blocks next to this, so going towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it should be matching with that corner right there. Now I'm just going to go to the right side and do the same thing. So I'm going to bring this corner in 3 more blocks, so it's 4 in total. And then I'm going to bring this over towards the right, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And once again, it should be matching up with that corner right there. So let me go back up to the front again, just to make sure you guys have it exactly like mine. So it should be looking like that. Alright, I'm gonna head to the back now, once again where we left off, and I'm gonna go to this corner right here. So this is the last block that we placed, and as you can see, we're lined up with that little wall right there. So I'm gonna start here and push it back 7 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we have a wall up front and a wall in the back, exactly the same. Now I'm gonna go to this side and just do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I'm just gonna fill all this space in the middle. I'm just gonna fill this all in until we reach the other side. And then after I do this, we have the entire shape for the house. So I'll go up above, just so you know exactly what it's looking like. So we have like this big rectangular shape in the middle, and then we have like these long, like really long rectangular shapes branching out on each side. So I'll go up above, you can see it a lot easier. So this is what you should have. And now I'm gonna start bringing up all of these walls. I'm gonna put like the quartz pillars in the corner, and yeah, I'm gonna do the windows and stuff. And I believe after I do all that, that's probably gonna be the only thing I do for this part. So let's go ahead and just get into that. Okay, so I'm at the front side of the building right in the middle. So I'm at this big rectangle shape right in the middle where this round part is. And I'm gonna go off to this right side and I'm gonna start doing the windows. So first off, we gotta place 2 blocks of end stone bricks right there, as well as this corner off to the right. And then I'm gonna use my gray concrete and I'm gonna have a 2 block wide window right here. So you could just place some blocks like that for now. Then we want to make sure we have 2 spaces in between them. And then we're gonna have another 2 block wide window there. You could fill in the space in the middle with end stone bricks. So window there and a window there. Now I'm gonna use my gray concrete and I'm gonna bring these blocks up 3 more, so they're 4 in height. And then at the top of those blocks, I'm gonna use my quartz stairs and place them upside down. Then I'm gonna switch to my white stained glass panes and fill all of this in, so the windows themselves where the glass is should only be 3 blocks in height. I'm gonna do the same thing for this window, and then we could just use our end stone bricks and just fill all the space around this. I'm just gonna leave 1 block of space above it for right now. And as soon as we start bringing up the second floor, we'll add a few more layers and then we'll start doing the windows for the second floor. But for right now, let's just leave 1 block of space above those windows. So it should look like that. Now I'm gonna go to this left side and do the same thing. So 2 spaces here, as well as this corner, and then a 2 block wide window here. Skip 2 spaces, and then another 2 block wide window. Then we could bring these up 3 more blocks in height, so they're 4 in total. And then we can use our quartz stairs and put them upside down at the top, and then use our white stained glass panes to fill all of this in. And then lastly, we can use our end stone bricks to just fill this all the way around. Okay, so now we have the windows for the middle section at the front of the building, like that. So I'm still at the front, and let's go ahead and bring this glass up where this round shape is right in the middle. So first off, I'm actually going to delete these 3 blocks right here in the middle. So this is going to be where our front door is. And then I actually forgot, but we're going to need some full blocks of glass. So go ahead and just get a solid block of white stained glass. And we're going to bring all of this other glass up 5 more layers, so it's 6 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from that block all the way down to the bottom is 6 in height. Now I'm just going to fill in all the rest of this space. And then we could do the front door. And then we could continue doing the rest of the walls. Okay, so I have this side all the way up, so we're basically matching it up to this layer right here that we left our walls up right here. So it's just as high as this if you have one block remaining above it. So now I'm going to go to the other side and just do the same thing. Okay, so now you should have each side filled in like that. Next, let's do the front door. So I still have my full block of glass, and I'm gonna go at the top here. I'm gonna place one just at the right or the left, it doesn't matter. And I'm gonna bring this over 3. We could delete the one that we have here. So we just brought it out one block and we filled in 3. It's the exact same way that we had the bottom. The one that we deleted. Now we're just gonna have it at the top. We're gonna leave one layer like that. Then I'm gonna use my quartz stairs and place them upside down underneath that layer. Then we got to grab our quartz slabs and place them in the corner on each side. Next, you can use your white stained glass panes and just bring this up 4 on each side, right up against this glass here. Then you could curve in the bottom one, skip the second, and curve in the 2 at the top. You could do the same thing on this side. And then you could use your dark oak fence to fill in this remaining space. So now that is going to be the front door. Okay, now let's go to the left and right side. I'm just going to start at the right. And I'm back to using my endstone bricks. And right here at this section, I'm going to place one layer of brick right there, right up against this corner. And then I'm going to place 2 layers on this side. And then we're going to have a window here. So you can use your gray concrete and just have a 2 block wide window. And then you're going to bring your gray concrete up 4 layers. Use your quartz stairs, place them upside down at the top. Cover up the top with your endstone bricks. And then you can use your white stained glass panes to fill in the empty space. Now I'm going to go off to the left side and do the same thing. So 1 layer of endstone bricks right up against that wall. And then 2 layers at this corner going all the way up. You could cover up the top. And then another 2 block wide doorway, or not doorway, window. Alright, so it should look like that. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this section as well. So I have my endstone bricks. I'm going to place 1 layer right up against that wall. And then I'm going to place 2 more, or 1 more right here, my bad. 1 more going all the way up. We could cover up the top. So now you should have 3 spaces remaining here. We have 1 block showing there, 1 block showing there. And then we're just going to have a 1 block wide window here. So you could bring your gray concrete up, a quartz stair at the top, and fill in your white stained glass panes. And now we could do the same thing on this side. So for the corner, we're going to fill in 2 spaces. Right next to this gap, we're going to just fill in 1, and then another 1 block wide window. Okay, let's fill that in, and then we can head off to this other side and do the same thing. So 1 layer on the left, right up against this wall that we already have. 1 layer next to the gap here. And we could cover up the top. And let's just do this side. So 1 layer up against the gap. Cover up the top. And then 2 layers at the corner. And then single block wide windows on each side. And we're also going to have a doorway right in the middle. But for right now, let's just get the windows done. fill all of this in. Did I do it on? Yeah, I did it on that side. Okay. So you should have two 1 block wide windows, or just like one block wide window on each side, making it 2 in total. Okay, now for the doorway, let's switch to our end stone bricks. We're going to cover up 1 layer at the top, so 2 spaces at the top but 1 layer. And then we're going to use our quartz stairs and place them upside down underneath that. Next, I'm going to use my white stained glass panes, and I'm just going to fill in 4 spaces going up on either side. It doesn't matter, whatever side you want. And then I'm going to fill or curve it out 2 layers at the top and 1 layer at the bottom. And then I'm going to use my dark oak fence to fill in the empty space that we left. Okay, now let's go to the other side and do the same thing. So 1 block at the top, and then quartz stairs upside down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and then a dark oak fence for the empty space. And let's go to this corner right here. Let's switch back to our end stone bricks and let's just fill this all in. So we're going to leave it at the same layer that we have this other wall. So right there. Fill the rest of this in. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, I almost got it. Just 1 more space. Okay, so now we have that all filled in, and then we have this little wall done. So it should look like that. Alright, so after you finished filling in all of that and you have the wall for this little section, you're actually going to be bringing this section over here up an extra block. So these big rectangular shapes that are going to be jutting out on the right and the left side are 1 block higher than this middle section. So you could go ahead and just place 1 more layer of end stone bricks on top of that. So I'll count the blocks. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in height. Now I'm just going to fill in all of this space right here to the same layer as that. So we're basically placing 6 more layers on top of this, so it's 7 in total, including the bottom layer that we already had. And I'm going to fill it in and just stop it right here. So we just filled in this little L shape and we'll stop it there for now. So let's bring this up as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So we got 1 more layer here. Okay, now let's head on to this side. So we want to add 1 more layer on top of this. So it's right up against that wall right there. We're not covering this up, we're just leaving it right there. So I'm going to do the same thing for these little sections. And then we could go ahead, after we get all of this done, and start doing the garage doors. Alright, 1 more on there. And then we're going to fill in these 4 layers and then fill in these 2 layers. Bring it all the way up. And I'll back up, I'll show you exactly what we got. Alright, 1 more. Okay, so on each side it should be looking just like that. Okay, now with our end stone brick still, we're going to cover up the top in between all of these spaces. So we're just going to fill in 1 layer in between these spaces. And then for the corners, we're going to place 1 block. So we kind of have like this arch type shape. So we have 3 spaces in the middle, and then at the bottom we have 5 in total. So it should look like that. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So 1 layer in between these empty spaces at the top. And then in the corners, we're going to fill in 1 block. And then we could do our garage doors. So you could switch to your dark oak planks. You could go from the inside and just fill all of this in. You could delete the block that you may have placed there. Fill all of this in for right now, and we'll cut out the little window that we're going to have later on. Okay, so from the outside, it's just a solid wall of wood like that. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for these empty spaces as well as the other side. Okay, let's see what we got. So just 3 empty spaces with just wood like that. So just wood filled in, nothing on them at all, just solid walls of wood. Let's go to this side and do the same thing. And then we can add the little extra details after we do this side. Okay, let's see what we got. So it's all filled in. Now let's cut out some holes for the window that we're going to have for each one. So I would say right around here. So we have 2 blocks remaining right at the top, and then we have 3 spaces remaining at the bottom. Then I cut out 3 holes right there. We could fill that in with white stained glass panes. Then at the bottom in the center, you can use a tripwire hook. So that's going to be like the handle for the garage door. So it's as simple as that. We can do the same thing for the rest of these doors. Alright, so they should look like that. It's very simple. Now, let's go ahead and just do the same thing on this side. Alright, there we go. So now we have the garage doors. For one side at least. We still have to do it on the other side. So I'm back at the front side, and I'm going to go on the right and left side. So where these little empty spaces are, I'm going to start there. So I have my end stone bricks again. And right here where we left off, I'm going to place another layer going all the way up to the top. So there's 2 spaces in total. Then I'm going to go to this corner and fill in 2 more spaces as well, all the way up to the top. Then we could cover up the top with 2 layers. And then we're going to have 2 block wide windows here. So you could switch to your gray concrete, place a block right up against that brick, and then skip 2 spaces. So we have a window there. And then we're just going to do the same thing for this side. And once again, you should have 2 spaces remaining in the middle, the same way that we did that section right there. So it's exactly the same way that that section is. That's how this section is going to be. So we could fill all of this in, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Alright, let's see what this looks like. So 2 spaces remaining at the top this time, not 1 like over there, because this is 1 block higher. So it should look like that. And now, let's go to that side and just do the same thing. Okay, there we go. We have that wall now. So I guess I'll look at the front to show you exactly what we got. So we almost, sorry if I've been saying basically a lot, sorry about that. We almost have the entire front side done. Just have to do those little sections on each side. But as of right now, this is what we got. So we almost got the entire front side brought all the way up for the first floor. Okay guys, now let's fill in the walls on the right and left side towards the front of the building. And in part 1, I made a really simple mistake. So we have this gap right here. All we want to do is cut off 2 blocks on each side. For some reason, I left the gap really small. Like the back side is exactly how it should be. But for some reason, I added 2 extra blocks on each side for this gap. I don't know why. I think I know why. Because we have pillars here. We're gonna have some pillars here, and I think I just added the wall so we could put the pillar right up against the wall. But let's just not even worry about that. So you should have, I believe, 7 blocks on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you just want to count or cut off 2 blocks on each side towards that inner gap. So yeah, for some reason I left these 2 spaces because that's going to be covered up either way when I place my pillars. So now for these little sections, I'm going to start over here at this right corner. I'm going to fill in 2 blocks of stone bricks and stone bricks, and then 2 blocks on this side. And we're going to have a 1 block wide window on this side as well as that one. So we could bring this up with our gray concrete 4 blocks in height. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same on this side. Cover the top up with an upside down quartz stair. And fill in the space in the middle with your white stained glass panes. And let's go ahead and just fill this in. So we're going to cover up the top with 2 layers, not 1, but 2, like that. We could fill in this side as well. Okay, so now we have that little section done. Let's head over to this one. So 1 block up against this wall here, and then 2 right next to the gap. And then we have 3 spaces in total remaining. Let's cover up the top with 2 layers. So 3 spaces in total in the middle remaining. Fill this in with 4 layers. Cover up the top with an upside down quartz stair and white stained glass panes. Okay, so there we go. Now, let's head on to this side, and we still have to delete 2 blocks in each side. So 2 spaces there, and 2 spaces there. Now, we could do our windows on this side. So 1 block up against that wall that we already have. 2 blocks next to the empty space. Cover up the top with 2 layers. And then we have our 1 block wide window. Then we just want to do the same thing once again on the other side. Okay, I think that is good. Yup. So now we have the front side walls where we want them for now. We still have to do like the big opening that we're gonna have there with our pillars. But for right now, we have the walls brought up for the entire front side of the building. Okay, now I'm gonna be using my pillar quartz block and my quartz slabs. So let's just start at the left side, the left front side. I'm gonna go all the way off to this corner over here, and I'm gonna place a pillar 7 blocks in height. So basically I have it right in the corner. So I have 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's fix this one, make sure it's straight. And then at the top of that 7, we're going to place a quartz slab. And we're going to be doing pillars like this throughout the entire exterior of the building for each corner. So we're going to do it for this corner as well. So just place a block there for now, and 6 more on top of that, so it's 7 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fix that one, and cover up the top with a quartz slab again. Now let's go to this corner back here, and just do the same thing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cover it up with a quartz slab. Fix the bottom one so it's straight like that. And we have to do this one over here. So just the same thing again. I guess you could just bring it up. What do we got? Just one block? Or no, I think it's at the same layer as this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you could just bring it up to the same layer that we have these walls already and just cover it up with a quartz slab. Let's not do these corners just yet because those are a little bit different. Let's go to this side and do the same thing. So just bring this all the way up, fix the bottom one, and cover up the top with a slab. Do the same thing here as well. Alright, so now we have that. And now we're going to do something a little different for these middle corners here. So we're going to be bringing it up to the same height for right now. But we are, since this is going to be 2 stories in height, those are only going to be 1. Like this entire section is only 1 story in height. But this is going to be 2 stories in height. So for right now, we're just going to leave it at the same layer as these walls. But we're going to bring them up later. So I have 1 right there. And then I'm going to fill in 1 in the corner here. And then 1 up against this wall. So we have 3 in total. And it's kind of just like right in the corner like that. So I'll show you again. We're not going to be covering it up with the slab. Because like I said, we're just going to be bringing it up even more once we do the second floor. So we have that. I'll show you a little bit easier for this side. So we're just going to simply do another pillar in the corner like that, like we did for those. You can straighten it out at the bottom. And then right next to that, you can have another pillar on each side. So it's just right in the corner of this wall. And it basically looks like there's still another pillar right here in the corner. It looks like it's built into the wall. As you can see, we have this block lined up with that wall, so it kind of looks like it's built into the wall. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that layer for now. Yeah, we'll leave it at that layer for now. Those are 1 block higher because this wall is 1 block higher. That's 1 block lower, so we'll just leave it there. We'll fix it, or we'll bring it up more when we do the second floor. But I think those are all of the pillars now that we have to do for the front. And I don't know how long I've really been recording, but I feel like now is a pretty good time to stop part 2. So we just did all the walls for the front side of the building. So for right now, it's looking like this. Okay guys, so that's going to be it for part 2 on how to build this mansion. And if this helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 3. Later.
Keep my head up when I act, head up that's a fact, never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track, keep my head up staying strong, always moving on, feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along, push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had